As we do each and every week, we're bringing my guy, Paul Finebaum, to recap the Saturday it was. And Paul, I kind of started there that last week, yesterday was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and for a lot of people, and I'm leading the parade here, who doubted Gunnar Stockton. It was just amazing to see. He performed at a level that Kirby Smart believed he could, but a lot of other people doubted. The ability to come back in that game was perhaps season defining. That's the good part of this. The bad part is the Tennessee part. I don't know when they'll have an opportunity any better, as you alluded, Matt. Just a lot of missed moments, and it really puts Tennessee in a very awkward spot because even Kirby Smart said it afterwards. Tennessee should have won the game.
Absolutely. We were talking about it on set, me, Joey, EJ Manuel, and Joey hit it on the head. He's like, you know what's funny about this is Tennessee's a made field goal away from us sitting up here, halftime shows, pregame shows, college football final, talking about how great Joey Aguilar was and how great Chris Brazil was and how great Tennessee was in this game, because it was that kind of football game. It was like you could just flip the outcome and the narrative with the team that played really good football. And that's what made this game so great. And to me, it was one of those games, Paul, where this was as peak Georgia as it gets. Well, what do I mean by that? The first couple of weeks, they've been a little bit underwhelming. Last week against Austin Peay, they're just like, whatever, that's Georgia rolling it out. But they seem to find a way, Paul, when they have really, really good and not their best, to find a way to win. And for me, a team that can find its way to win in those type of situations, far more valuable than what you look like the previous weeks or even the previous quarters, because they always end up finding a way to be on top.
And that's really the trademark of Kirby Smart. He's employed it throughout his career at Georgia. And what it really does is position themselves now, because the SEC is wide open, but we have forgotten Georgia, and you can't overlook them now. And so they have a break. 2 weeks from now, they'll be playing Alabama. That's always been their Armageddon. If they get Alabama, they're sitting really pretty because they're tough games. Ole Miss, Alabama are at home this year. They don't have that brutal schedule that they did last year that they barely got by on.
Have they put themselves in a position now to be the team to beat in the SEC? Because I know LSU is ranked highest. We'll get to LSU in just a minute. They've played really well. We'll get to Texas A&M in a minute. But, I mean, as we sit here today, based on what we saw in a hostile environment. By the way, Tennessee's not done. Tennessee could very well be a playoff team. But is Georgia right now the team to beat in the SEC?
I would say yes, because at the risk of upsetting Brian Kelly, they don't look great. They don't look great right now. Texas is too much of a mystery to even elaborate on. Alabama, as I mentioned, goes to Georgia, and A&M is definitely a wild card, which I don't want to be dismissive of. They have one of the best wins of the year.
Yeah, I love the Gunnar Stockton angle for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know why people dismiss that they didn't have a quarterback. If you do the research and see that Gunnar Stockton was a highly recruited kid that came into Georgia. Georgia is always getting highly rated quarterbacks. And I don't know if it's because Carson Beck was entrenched as the starter last year, didn't have a great year, and Gunnar came in when he got hurt, and it was just okay, and they get bounced in the playoff. I don't know what it is about Gunnar, but you saw all you needed to see yesterday on the road. Now, add to that, Carson Beck's having a remarkable year at Miami, and they're one of the best teams in the country. But look, they've got the running game in Frazier. They got a two-headed running back situation. They've got skill all over the place at wide receiver that I don't think that they had last year. They've got a defense that gave up a lot of yardage yesterday, and they're going to get that fixed. But I think Gunnar yesterday, was a home run.
Yeah, and the narrative in the offseason from, forget the pundits, but people inside there going, I don't like what I see. It was a common theme, man. You couldn't miss it. I think the great part for Gunnar is he was off the grid the first 2 weeks.
Yep.
It didn't matter what he did, and he wasn't great, and he was incredible. And fill in the blank, grew up, came of age. All of them are accurate, and all of them are applicable to Gunnar Stockton. And suddenly, he's ranked ahead of Arch Manning in the SEC QB rankings.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch him walk right